Arweave is set to explode over $150 in price based on technicals. It's currently sitting at around $40 and it is huge because it's decentralized cloud storage. But we're going to focus on the psychology of buying and selling. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you don't know me by now, my name is Jiggy. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. Been featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008. Where I used to only focus on currencies, but now exclusive on crypto. So let's dive straight in. All right, so Arweave on a fundamental level is data storage. Currently, centralized companies like Google Web Services, Amazon Web Services, Ali Cloud, they pretty much own 60, 70, 80%. But over the next 5, 10, 20 years, a lot of this is going to move to decentralized. So Arweave is one of the main competitors to Filecoin. So Arweave is currently fundamentally 1.2 billion market cap. Trading volume is around 30 million, but there's a particular chart pattern that I wanted to cover. So this is the chart today. This is literally the data. And what we want to do is, from an Elliott wave standpoint, look at what is the psychology. So if you're not used to this, it just looks like a random bunch of lines. But actually what's playing out right now is beautiful human psychology. And I'm going to show you how we can really fine tune what's likely to occur with very high probability. Now, if you don't know, I got a free masterclass. It's in the link below where you can buy my course. It's a 90% discount. It's called the Elliott and Fibonacci Masterclass. It's free. If you like it, you can buy this course. But what I want to show you is when I click on the Elliott Wave section of the course, we want to go into the lesson number 1. That's what we're going to use today. The basics, the core basics of Elliott Waves. We're going to click on this lesson. We're going to fast forward to 3 minutes in. And this here, what we're looking at, is the typical traditional wave pattern of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC. And we want to see, when we're looking at a chart, is this pattern evident? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by an A, B, C. And when we see this, now here, this is what I believe Arweave is. Arweave is looking healthy with this particular pattern in particular, because markets unfold in 5s and 3s. And you know, when you take the masterclass, you're going to get taken to my webpage. Literally, Elliott Wave Fibonacci is normally 997. You'll get it for 97. It's cheapest chips. You'll get great value. But we're going to apply it right now. This is the value. So I'm going to do it fast because I'm trained in this. I'm not going to break it down in detail today. Looks like a nice wave 1, wave 2, a nice wave 3. I'm going to go here, wave 3, wave 4, and a wave 5. And then we've got what looks like to be a wave A, B, C. This is what you call textbook stuff. Textbook. Now, pattern by itself is not good enough. So when we jump back into the course, and we go back to the main categories, we want to go to Fibonacci. I'm not going to go into the details, but I just want to show you the lessons, how they're broken down. When I click on Fibonacci, it breaks everything down, the particular ratios we want to look at. And that's what we're going to do live on Arweave right now. So now we've got this pattern. I like to keep my keep my charts clean. So I'm just going to get rid of these lines. You know, we also show you in the course how to use this software, Trading View. What we're going to do here is I'm going to first do a retracement. We're going to take this low to this high. They're quite punchy today. Let's go this low to this high. Typical corrections are in these 3 ranges. We got 50%, 62%, and 78.6. You can see we've tagged this 62%, and we've got this 3-wave structure. So there's 2 things telling us this is a high probability end of a wave C of a wave 2. So the wave count, again, I'm gonna see if I can get this punchy. I'm gonna force myself to not do too much detail today, because I know some of you are like, I love your videos, but man, they're like 40 minutes, 30 minutes. Can you get them down to 15 minutes or 10 minutes or 5 minutes? So let's see what we can do today. All right. So this is what I'm seeing as a wave 2, potential wave 2. Bam. All right. There's a couple of things, other things that we want to address as well. Let's just get rid of these lines. And now we're going to zoom in. We're going to go to the intermediate wave count. So there's an ABC structure. There's a particular pattern where wave A's and wave C's have a relationship. The 2 most common is actually 62% and 100%. And we're looking for a confluence of events. So 62 is here and 100% is down here. So you can see those 2 ranges, but it's really fine-tuning this range. Let me get rid of this 50%. Because there's a couple of other things as well, but this is more than enough. And lastly, I want to just do a quick time analysis. Most corrections finish beyond 50%, 38 to 50% of the previous 5-wave sequence. So we're going to take it from here to here. So we haven't reached this minimum time, but what we have reached is wave A and wave C tend to be very similar in time. And so we got here, Boom. I'm going to measure wave A and project it from B. And we want 100%, 100%. I know I'm doing it fast, but here's just all the major details. I'm going to change this back to red. I like having it as red, and I like having it like this. Bam. So now we've got this time target to say, okay, this here, we want to be aware of this amount of time. And then we are now going to look at what I'm going to do down here. There's a few other things. Boom, 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 boom. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I'm doing this live. One of you requested this token, but I thought it was making good chart pattern. So now we've got a broad range of going, look, it looks like it's a wave too low forming, but I don't think it's there yet. So we're going to use a few other clues, right? Because we want objective mechanical information. Top left-hand corner, my weekly chart. What we've got here is the momentum indicator is what I'm paying attention to at the bottom. It's called the stochastics RSI. It's got something called a convergence happening where this low, it looks like it's going to cross over the next week, probably early next week, it'll cross over, and the price is going lower. So when the price is making lower lows, but the momentum is going up, that's a signal that the bulls are coming back into town. So we should anticipate the low and then movement sideways to up for the coming few weeks. But then we want to do the same for a daily chart. Double click. We want to look at this indicator. We can see that it's bearish. On the next bullish reversal, we want to then look for potential long trade setups. Next bullish reversal down here, long trade setups. Is there anything else I want to cover? One last thing I want to cover. There's really one of two scenarios that's going to play out. We don't know at the moment, but we don't need to double guess. We just wait for the next bullish reversal on the daily momentum indicator that we just saw. And looking at this just objectively, mechanically, without the bias, we're going to have one of two scenarios. We're going to either have, this is the original wave up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to get what's called a wave 2 correction without this low being exceeded. This low over here. Or we are going to get this low being exceeded and moving probably down towards this price zone. Now, when the momentum reverses, so we don't need to double guess right now. We just literally just wait for the momentum in the blue line, red lines to go to the oversold zone. Wait for the blue line to cross over, and then we reevaluate the chart. Because one of the reasons I think this might be the case is because the sequence of a 5-wave structure, typically wave 5s, wave C, sorry, 1, 2, 3, might be a wave 4, and a forming a wave 5 of a C of a 2. That's where I would be leaning right now. But again, we don't need to make the, let's go micro. We don't need to make that judgment call right now. We literally just wait for the next bullish reversal. So at the beginning, I said, Arweave to explode to over $150. Like, where did you get that from? All right, if I just jump back into the course, Fibonacci, wave 3. What lesson is wave 3? Tell me if you see it. Do you see it? It is, oh no, I want extensions. It's going to be on the advanced section. We want extensions. Wave 3 here. Lesson 16, price extensions, right? So we got a wave 1, a wave 2. Just want to, I know the ratio. I just want to show you the ratio. Is when we press play, what we're looking for is these two ratios here. Literally, I'm just showing you the theory, and we're going to put it into practical. This is the typical minimum wave 3, 1.618. This ratio over here, right? This ratio over here. Typical maximum is 2.618, but we don't need to. We want to be conservative right now. Wait for the reversals to occur. So now we just jump back into Arweave, and we do something really simple. Well, everything is difficult before it's easy, but once you've done it quite a few times, it becomes simple. What we're going to do is we're going to measure this whole sequence to the upside, which is what we're calling wave 1, and we're going to project it from this potential wave 2 low. We'll be more conservative on the lower number. So we use this tool called trend-based fib extensions. When I was learning all this, I used to call it the alternate price projection. So we're going to measure this wave sequence. Bang. We are speculating here. We're guessing, but we just want to get an indication, indicative numbers of what we can anticipate. 1.618 to 2.618. Keep it quite simple. We don't need to get too anal at this stage. We'll let the entry point really become much more evident. So what we're going to do is just going to zoom down. Zoom. All right, the two price targets this is what I was basing $150 on. 1.618, which is wave 3. 2.618 is $226. We are in a typical, very common pattern of this 5-wave structure to the upside. The minimum time target, by the way, this red line, this line have not been met. That's one of the other indications that we probably get a lower low being made at this 78.6. So we're probably going to possibly see Arweave get down to towards $25, $22 thereabouts. Again, we'll just wait for the momentum. And when we do get a momentum reversal, then it's our job to look for a nice, healthy entry point. And then we're looking for a nice movement, all-time new highs. Bitcoin's now looking like it's making a trend reversal, is looking very optimistic for the market. So we'll probably see this with top cryptos. So Arweave is what is it, 77? 77, top 77 coin, solving a meaningful problem. Data storage, decentralized data storage is a big deal over here. So there you go. Today was short, sharp, and sweet. Take my free Arweave and Fibonacci Masterclass if you want to learn how to do that. We do workshops on the weekend. If you buy my course, it's only £97, 90% discount right now. You'll get an invite to my private Telegram. We do weekend workshops. And we're just looking to do more and more strategies that's going to increase the probability of you winning, increasing your financial health, and taking your life to the next level. Let's finish on a quote. I was going to read a quote from a book, but I wanted to just do a random one off the top of my head. Let's see what's popping in my head right now. Is Black Box Thinking. There's a book called Black Box Thinking. Brilliant book. But there's a quote in there that really resonates with me, and it's this. Beneath every success is a mountain of necessary failure. And failure equals learnings. You cannot learn without failure, and you have to put your neck on the line. And ideally, in this game, you want to do it with proper risk management. We're risking 3% to find out if we're right. If we're right, we make 20, 30, 40, 50%. If you're doing low caps, if you're doing IDOs, if you're doing other strategies, you have to be okay with getting it wrong. Because right now, when we're buying low, selling high, it's a zero-sum game. There's thousands of players, millions of players, and they're playing against you. And your job is to get the edge in your favor. It's why I created the free Arweave Fibonacci Masterclass. The course just breaks everything down in great detail. But it does take time to learn, like driving a car. Someone tells you how to drive a car, it seems okay until you get in the car, grab the steering wheel, gear stick, mirrors, everything, clutch, gear, accelerator, brake, and everything else. It's complicated at first, but then it gets easier and easier and easier. And what I'm aiming to do is, because blockchain's here to stay, and this new token economy is going to play a massive role in our lives with the metaverse, play to earn, NFTs, decentralized storage, just speculation overall. It's good to be able to read how is the herd mass psychology feeling right now. And right now, that wave two with Arweave is looking very, very healthy. But again, we want to be patient. It doesn't mean just buy today and just hodl. It's actually just wait 3 to 5 days, only 3 to 5 days. Let the momentum go further down. It might be another 20, 30, 40% to the downside, because $40 to $22 or $20, like 40, 50%. So allow it to do that and then look. But if it takes up before, so what? We just go, hey, there's another 50 opportunities that we can look for as well. So today, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let me know what you think. Let me know what else you want to cover. I'm looking for clean chart patterns like that. If you see something that's looking like an ABC structure, I'd love to look at it. Arweave, one of you mentioned it, and I just had a quick glance, and I was like, oh, I can see that classic ABC zigzag. And when we get close to it, and it's a very, very high probability. So that's one of my favorites. So like, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon.